Hello, my fellow handicappers. This is Weekend Handicapper from weekendhandicapper.com. It's that time of year again, that time when we overanalyze, super scrutinize, nitpick every little single thing and every horse in the horse race, and that horse race is the Kentucky Derby. So this video, we are going to look at what I feel are the top 7 contenders in the 2021 Kentucky Derby. That's going to be held on Saturday, May 1st, 2021. A horse race that people that don't even care about horse racing, 364 other days a year, will tune in on a Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon to watch. But you're going to get a lot of information overload, not just by me, but other YouTube channels, online. So you're going to, this race gets more attention than pretty much any other race when it comes to United States horse racing. So, and this channel seeks to help you become better handicappers and betters of horse racing, better handicappers or better horse players. So one of those factors is, it's just as important to eliminate a field of 20 down to a handful of horses that you think might have a shot. That's very important, right? And honestly, in the Kentucky Derby, if you got 20 horses, most of them have a shot. It's hard to believe, but chaos happens. Crazy stuff can happen in a 20 horse field. So everybody's opinion should matter. There's so-called experts out there that come out of the woodwork this time of year claiming they know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But the nature of handicapping is making educated guesses and educated wagering decisions and put yourself in a good position to profit if what you think is going to happen indeed, in fact, actually happens. That's kind of what handicapping is. So hopefully this video and future videos about, what long shots to bet, maybe some wagering strategies, the days leading up to Kentucky Derby. Look for future videos on my picks and analysis and different wagering strategies. Hopefully all of that can help you out and your 2021 Kentucky Derby will be a successful one. So let's get to these top 7 contenders. Doesn't mean one of these horses is going to win, but as I film this, I think these are the top 7 contenders that you should have on your radar. Start with Essential Quality. I've been a fan of this horse ever since his whole career, really. Made me a lot of money in the 2021 Breeders' Cup. It was one of the keys to a nice pick 4 plus other wagers involving Essential Quality, including the win bet in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. I'll put a link in the card above so you can refer to that video if you like. But Essential Quality has done nothing wrong. I mean, it's going to be your morning line favorite in the 2021 Kentucky Derby, but for good reason. Horse just wins. Now, last time at Keeneland, it finally had a battle with Highly Motivated. So, and that might be a good thing to get tested right before the Kentucky Derby. Brad Cox, really good trainer, having a really good past few years, it seems like. And so even though it's going to be the Kentucky Derby morning line favorite, or post-time favorite probably, doesn't mean you should be scared away from this horse. I wouldn't say it's a super horse or people are just like, this horse can't be beat. I don't get that sense at all with Essential Quality. But why, especially from a personal perspective, it's made me money its whole career, including the Breeders' Cup. Got a future bet on it. I'm not going to abandon ship with Essential Quality, but that's a pretty obvious horse, so I won't spend more time on Essential Quality, but that's definitely a contender. Then you have Known Agenda. There for a while, if you've been watching these Road to the Kentucky Derby videos, the Kentucky Derby prep videos I put out, there for a while I was betting Todd Pletcher horses down at Gulfstream, up there in Aqueduct, and they wasn't coming through for me, so I jumped ship. And I was like, man, Todd don't have it this year. It must be a down year for Todd. Then lo and behold, I stopped betting his horses. And then other horses start winning that Todd Pletcher trains, and now he's got several horses in the Kentucky Derby. And Known Agenda is one of them. Won the Florida Derby in impressive fashion. So I think that's always a key prep race. This year, many people think it's a little bit lower quality than in years past, but still, Known Agenda is a contender for the 2021 Kentucky Derby. Hot Rod Charlie is another contender. Hot Rod Charlie is trained by Doug O'Neill, who's won the Kentucky Derby twice with Nyquist and I'll Have Another. So if you watched, I'll put a link to this video above, and that video is, you know, some Kentucky Derby pointers and tips that might help you out. And one of those is having a trainer that knows what he's doing, whether it involves drug violations with horses or not, because Doug O'Neill's been suspended and has a history of that. But he knows how to get horses ready to win the Kentucky Derby. And Hot Rod Charlie could be another one. Won the Louisiana Derby that in the past hasn't produced that many Kentucky Derby winners, but it's interesting this year. People are saying, that's what I'm saying, so take all this with a grain of salt. Now people are saying, ooh, Louisiana Derby or Fairgrounds might produce, which is where the Louisiana Derby is ran at, might produce, there was some tough horses down there in Louisiana this past winter. So you might want to give more credence to the horses that are coming from Louisiana, from the Fairgrounds, than you have in the years past. I don't know if that's true. We'll see it. That's why they're going to race. But Hot Rod Charlie shipped in from California and took care of business down in Louisiana at the Louisiana Derby at Fairgrounds. So definitely a contender. And also, Hot Rod Charlie's had a nice career. Was second behind Essential Quality in the 2021 Breeders' Cup Juvenile at a nice price. So definitely Hot Rod Charlie's a contender. Highly Motivated. Highly Motivated is a contender. It gave Essential Quality a nice battle at Keeneland the last time it ran. It lost, but it was still a nice battle. So that might, to be able to hang for a little bit with that horse down the stretch is a good sign. Now there is distance limitations to this horse, but that's what you got to think about for a lot of these horses. Can they get the distance in the Kentucky Derby? That's why you see a lot of so-called experts, pedigree experts, they put a lot of stock in a horse's pedigree and their lineage, or their, I should say, their dam and their sires, on whether or not they could get the distance based on their pedigree. So there is some question marks about Highly Motivated's pedigree and whether or not it could get the distance, but I think it looks like this horse might be able to, you know, follow up that race, that battle that it had with Essential Quality at Keeneland, and hopefully translate that here for trainer Chad Brown with Highly Motivated in the Kentucky Derby. Then you got I'll Rock Your World. Was that from Living Color? I think Shanae, I believe was the character's name. Rock Your World was impressive in the Santa Anita Derby. Won fairly easy. Earned a really nice speed figure. So people are blown away by, it seems like, by that horse's performance in the Santa Anita Derby. So you're going to hear a lot of buzz about Rock Your World for trainer John Sadler. If you like the quote-unquote wise guy horse, Rock Your World's probably going to be it for this Kentucky Derby. You know, one of the reasons I didn't really give Rock Your World that much consideration in the Santa Anita Derby when it won was it was trying dirt for the first time. It was making the switch from turf to dirt. But, you know, in hindsight, there was a horse named Barbaro and there was a horse named Big Brown that did the same thing, and they ended up being all right. So a lot of people are talking about Rock Your World. I think, you know, the odds are going to determine whether or not people are going to or should bet Rock Your World, but a lot of people were impressed by that performance in the Santa Anita Derby. So you might be one as well. Definitely has the speed. Definitely, by looking at the Santa Anita Derby, that was an impressive race. So I wouldn't blame you if Rock Your World was your 2021 Derby horse. Then we got Mandaloun. Now, Mandaloun's, you know, one of the things to think about in the Kentucky Derby, especially the Kentucky Derby, is how horses are coming into the race. So just like Rock Your World, it's got a lot of hype. So a lot of people's going to be on board that horse. Well, Mandaloun, once upon a time, a lot of people were hyping that horse, but here recently he hasn't performed that well down in Louisiana at the fairgrounds. But it's got trainer Brad Cox, has been working out well. It's performed well at Churchill Downs, so you know he likes the track. So don't give up on Mandaloun, even though here recently it hasn't been that impressive. But it could bounce back at a decent price above 10-1. So you got those horses coming in with a lot of hype that were super impressive in their last performance, like Super Stock, Rock Your World. That really wasn't on the radar until these last performances. And then you got other horses like Mandaloun that were getting a lot of hype, but just hadn't got a lot of hype recently, so people might forget about them. But those trainer Brad Cox, and a horse that shouldn't have a problem with the distance, shouldn't mind we know it performs well at Churchill. Don't sleep on that at a decent price, Mandaloun. Brad Cox trains the favorite, Essential Quality, but you might want to give some attention to the Mandaloun as well. Then we got Soup and Sandwich. Soup and Sandwich was my Florida Derby pick, and came in second behind Known Agenda. I thought I was looking good there. I thought I was going to buy plenty of Soup and Sandwiches for my family and friends, but Known Agenda got it done, and I had to settle for second, which was disappointing. But I'm going to give this horse another look in the Kentucky Derby for trainer Mark Cassie. So hopefully it's a lightly raced horse compared to some of these other ones in this field. So maybe more experience, maybe that experience of the Florida Derby will help this horse, and hopefully it'll be a decent price. And I can be buying plenty of Soup and Sandwiches after the Kentucky Derby. So those are some of my top 7 contenders of the 2021 Kentucky Derby. Let's recap them. Essential Quality for sure. I'm a big fan, so hopefully he could keep up his success for at least one more race. Known Agenda, Rock Your World. Then you got Mandaloun. You got Highly Motivated. You got Soup and Sandwich. And then you got Hot Rod Charlie. Those 7, I think, are contenders as I film it now. Of course, Concertor would have been up there. Life is Good would have been up there. They're out of the Kentucky Derby. So you can't include horses like that. So those are my top 7, which is, again, Essential Quality, not in any particular order. Essential Quality, Rock Your World, Highly Motivated, Known Agenda, Soup and Sandwich, Hot Rod Charlie, and Mandaloun. I think I covered them all. But look for future videos when I talk about long shots, how to play the Kentucky Derby, maybe some wagering strategies. Maybe even I'll make a video on who to toss out, which no, I ain't. I'm not going to make a video about that because you can't toss any horse out of the Kentucky Derby. Just see Country House. Just see Mind That Bird. There's no way. Giacomo. There's no way I could have came up with those horses. So I'm not going to hurt my pride by making a video that's titled Toss Out Horses of the Kentucky Derby and one of them wins. I can just imagine the comments on something like that. So I'm not even going to put myself in a position to do that. Now, stay tuned though for future videos of the Kentucky Derby. And if you hadn't already, I appreciate it if you subscribe and that notification bell so you can get all the latest tips, tools, and resources to help you win money on thoroughbred horse racing. All right, until next time, good luck at the track. Whatever wagers you make, good luck in the 2021 Kentucky Derby. This is Weekend Handicapper from weekendhandicapper.com. Happy handicapping, smart wagering.